Alright, I wanted to kind of make a video real quick. I noticed a lot of people are throwing up in the comment section on the video I made about the headers for this big block and this S10. A lot of guys are putting their phone numbers up, wanting me to call them. Okay, that's something I'm not real comfortable with. That's putting your phone number out there for the whole world to see, and I really wish you guys wouldn't do it. I appreciate you contacting me, but the best thing to do is email me, and if you want to give me your phone number, do it that way. That way it's kind of more of a private setting than throwing it up there for anyone that comes in and views the video can see. You can see the truck. That's what we got done so far. Pretty much I'm waiting on the main hoop and summit for the cage. I bought 2 roll cages. One for this one, 8-point, one for the red truck, and the main hoop got back ordered from Competition Engineering. I can get a mild steel one, but I ordered a chromoly cage. So they said the 28th. They sent me an email today saying now it's going to be the 3rd before they get them in. They ordered 6. 2 of them are coming to me. I don't know who the other 4 are going to, whether they're stock or sold or what. But now on this header situation, there were 2 sets of big block headers purchased to go on this truck. One set I used the passenger header, one set I used the driver's header. Now I'm going to try to show you on my phone that's got a busted ass screen the driver's side set that I got. So bear with me here. Okay, here is the set. Okay, that header right there is the one I used on my truck. That driver's side, it's just a generic set of block hugger headers. The passenger header is for a Gen 1 Camaro. Now that header looks similar to the Camaro header. You'll think it'll fit, but it don't, because the collector kicks outward toward the frame, where the Camaro header stays tucked in tight to the engine. That header will not work, so you cannot use just this set. Okay, and I'll show you here in a minute. They are made, again, I apologize for the screen being broke, but this was the quickest way I could find to look these up again. It's through Racing Innovations. It's on eBay. You can even buy insurance for these things. Okay, let me get this up toward the part of the screen that ain't all busted all to hell. Okay, the manufacturer's part number, focus phone, is RIS 10054. The item number is 112298170663. And they are just a generic header. And again, that is the header I used on the driver's side. You see it there, and you see it right there. Now you're going to have to move your steering column at the firewall over 1.5 inches. You might get by with 1 inch depending on how your engine's set in there. I used the V6 mounts this time. I had them, so I reused them. And that steering shaft right there is for a Jeep Cherokee. You can go on Amazon. I got lucky. I got mine for like 90 bucks. I've seen them as high as 200 and something, but they have a U-joint on each end. That end is 1 inch double D. That inch is 3/4 30 spline, I believe it is. These shafts will also work on an 88 to 98 C1500. Just in case you wanted to know that. That is an eBay 7.5 or 7 inch dual diaphragm booster, master cylinder. We're going to see how it works. I've had a couple friends of mine that have used them on some street rod applications, said they work really well. So we're going to find out for ourselves. Now, let me get this side of the truck uncovered. That's just a Gen 1 Camaro header that I bought also off of eBay. Okay, that set. I think one set was like $100 and the other set was like $199, I think is what they're showing now. You can see the Camaro header goes down through the frame. Okay. Goes down through the frame. The collector is like 3/8 of an inch away from the frame. You got about 1/4 inch of clearance between the frame and the collector. Okay, now I'm going to show you the header that goes with the driver's side header. I think it's still hanging up over here. These welding coats out of the way. Okay. I'm going to take it over and lay it down so you can see what it looks like. There's a driver's side header. And yeah, it looks like it would work, but it don't. And I'll show you why. See when you put that up there to the engine? See how that collector kicks out? It don't follow straight. The Camaro header dumps right straight down like that. That's to the right of where that collector is. That's where the Camaro header collector is actually at. This one will kick right, damn near right in the middle of the frame. They won't work. Now, I've checked, I've bought headers, I've put headers on this thing, and I've checked and checked and checked. Now, the Camaro Patriot H8012s will only work if you're doing a solid axle swap. They will, you can get them to work on the two-wheel drive application, but you're going to have to cut the collector off the driver's header and put an elbow on it to get it past the control arm mount. That back control arm mount right there where it kicks off the frame on the inside, the collector will run right into it if you use the Patriot headers. Unless you cut it off, weld an elbow on it, get it past it, and then weld your collector back on it. Now there's a set of headers, I've been told by a friend of mine that they will work also, but they're kind of pricey. Sanderson makes a set of block hugger headers for a big block in a 57 Chevy. The driver's side header looks similar to this, except it stays in a little tighter to the block. The passenger header is similar to the Camaro header, except the tubes are grouped tighter and exit similar. But I think it's basically this header. And if it is, and I'm not getting the right information from him, it's a waste of money. You'll have to send them back. But if you wanted to try them, you could try them. I went this route because these are stainless. Unpainted headers, uncoated headers rust and look like shit. And here lately, what I've got from Hedman as far as ceramic coated stuff sucks. They were popping rust all over the place. The truck never sat outside. It sat inside in a garage covered up, and then at the end of the winter when I took the truck out, there was rust popping through all over through the ceramic coating. Hedman replaced my headers. I put them back on. Same thing with Patriot. Theirs started popping through on that four-wheel drive S10. So I don't mess with the anymore. I've had friends that run these eBay headers and use them for turbo setups, and they haven't had any trouble with them cracking or splitting or anything up where the tubes go in up here because they're welded on both sides. So, oh shit, the middle finger again. I didn't mean to flip nobody off, but yeah, they're double welded up here. You got a 3/8 flange here. You got a 3/8 flange at your collector. It's pretty heavy gauge tubing. I couldn't swear to what size it is. These turned a little yellow when I first fired them up, but it's better than having some rusted up, nasty looking shit. And as much as it's a pain in the ass to put headers on any car, even a small block S10, the collectors are a pain in the ass to get to. I know the feeling. I got a set right there, Sanderson's on that truck, and it sucks getting to the collectors. Stainless will just keep looking better. Now for this truck, as far as an update, the fenders are now bolted on. That's about all I've got done. I've got everything laid out for the front end. I've got to go to LMC to get those two little pissy ass springs that hold the headlight buckets because I lost them, and LMC is the only place I found them. Even our pick and pulls around here in Kansas City, there's no square bodies anywhere. So, and the newer trucks use those plastic clips, and the older Chevy trucks, the springs are actually too long. So I'm waiting again, like I said, the main hoop to get here. I ordered the carpet last night for this, and I've got a bunch of Dynamat that I ordered. I got like 30 square feet of Dynamat that's going to go down first. Then the carpet and everything's going in it. I've already made my bracket to put the two Jegs racing seats in here. I've got a stand-up nitrous bottle bracket a buddy gave me if I want to put the bottles in the cab and put the vent tubes on them through the floorboard. But I think they're going to go in the bed. My nitrous kit came today. The rest of my fuel lines and AN fittings came today. I've got the fuel filter mounted under the bed. And like I said, I use a spin-on fuel filter for marine application. They work really well. They don't leak like the canister filters do. Another thing too is a lot of guys run these Holley fuel pumps. There's a Holley blue right there. I've got 4 or 5 of these, and that's an old one. That's an older one, as you can tell by the writing on it. I've been using, they're about 60 bucks, but I've been using a Carter fuel pump. And I'll show you out here. I've got one. I just put one on this truck right here. They're adjustable from 14 pounds down to like 4 pounds. See if I can get underneath here and show you. But yeah, that's what I'm running on this. It's just temporary because I had a hard line from there to there, and that filter is getting changed to a spin on, and I'm getting rid of that son of a bitch. It leaks. It's leaked since day one, so it's going bye-bye. But yeah, if you guys want any information, I know a lot of you guys, I've tried to call you, but I do side work for myself, and with spring coming now, everybody's wanting shit done. So I've been doing a lot of welding and making mounts and so forth, but you know, don't put your phone number in the comments, please. I would hate to see some keyboard cowboy or somebody come along and start screwing with you. You know, it just ain't worth it. Email me, do it that way. If you want to, I've put together a whole build sheet for this truck. It's got all the part numbers of everything I used. I can email you that. If you want, email your phone number, because I'm going to delete all those comments and get your guys' numbers out of there sometime today, as soon as I get a chance. But right now, you know, I've been busy with my stuff. My wife's a nurse. She's been working like crazy. My MS has kind of been bothering me. You know, my son's, he's working, so I don't have him helping me anymore as much, except on the weekends, which has only been Sundays. And then I've got a 4-month-old grandson now, and been trying to help my daughter get moved, and her husband-to-be get moved, and so on. So it's just been a mess. But man, I'm not trying to dodge you guys about calling you. I just don't feel comfortable with your phone numbers up there. I'm sorry. That just there's too many people that could be assholes about that. But oh yeah, and my carburetor came today. So brand new 1050 Brawler Series quick fuel. It was actually cheaper than the Proform. It was like $50 cheaper. So, but you know, it's coming along. See if you can kind of get a little bit of a close up here real quick of the paint job. You know, it's not picture perfect. It's good enough for me. You know, there's a few little imperfections in it. Like I said, there's a little bit of orange peel right there on the top of that door. But pretty much everything else come out really good. I've got some gray similar to this. I thought about painting inside the bed and clearing it, but I think I'm just going to bed liner it with that bed liner kit. And I've already got one of those guns to spray the duplicator stuff with that I got a long time ago. So I may see if it's still any good and just do that. Get in here with some Dawn dish soap, Scotch-Brite pad, and scuff it all up real good and clean it. And get that white overspray from like the clear coat and shit out of there. And get rid of that. And if anybody's an S10 guy that's got any of this plastic trim for a square body that they want to sell, I need it for the two front wheel openings. I got the back two, but somehow my two front ones walked off. I actually think when I give the fenders to a buddy of mine, I slipped up and let it go with it. But that's about it, man. I ain't been doing nothing else. But if you want any information, man, email me. My email, it's all one word. It's backyardbuilttrucks1@gmail.com. Just email me. And if you want to email you a number, that's fine. I'll try to call you. It's usually going to be in the evenings or very early in the morning. But again, that's all that's been going on. I'm going to get hard and heavy on it in the next couple days. I've got to paint that metal valance panel, and I got to paint the tailgate. But I got a little metal thing that I bought at Greaserama. It's two like pistons, but they're skulls on two connecting rods crisscrossed. I painted the tailgate black and then kind of ghosted it in there. And I'm going to try to get that done on one side of it. And then I've got a one finger salute finger my son wants me to keep in there. But I think that's a little offensive, being this thing may go to a car show or something, little kids around. I don't want that on there. That's just kind of being immature. So, but the skulls I'm going to leave on there and clear it. But that's all I got left to paint is that. Wiper cowl and the valance. And any of you guys that have these wiper cowl pieces for a Gen 1 S10, hang on to them, even for a Gen 2, because I don't know a source for them anymore. LMC don't have them. I've got about 6 of them that I'm hanging on to. So, because there's no source for them anymore. Also, another thing is this trip right here. God, there goes the middle finger again. This right here, I've salvaged as many good ones as I can. The window track and the felt out of trucks at the junkyards. There's no source for this anymore. There's a guy that's got it. It's made out of like milk jug material. They suck. Don't waste your money on them. See, like this one, I've put a little silicone to patch it where it was torn right there. But yeah. And of course you can get the felts down here and everything, but there's no source for them anymore. And any of you guys are looking for cab mount rust repair pieces where the cab mount rots through the frame mount, I've got a couple videos up. There's a place that makes them. They're about $100 for a set of 4. They're really nice. They fit well. I've got a set on this one, actually, because this chassis is a 2000 chassis. And the body is a 87/91 bed /82 doors. So, but yeah, that's about it. But yeah, on these headers, guys, there's the information. I threw it out there. So that's all for now. Later on.